Hello. We are day 3. You're getting the super relaxed version of Kelly today. I finally got a day off and I decided to get many needed things done before I jumped on and also hang out with the kid for a little while. Yeah. So has been a good day and first day off in about 2 weeks, which is super exciting. But I made a promise that I was going to jump on every single day for 10 days. And I am so thankful for all of you that are watching and all of you that are supporting me. We are at a total, I told you I would tell you totals as we went along. And so we are at $375 raised so far. Thank you so much to those that donated today. And again, looking to raise $5,000 in 10 days to break me out of the corporate cuffs. And if you haven't watched day 1 or day 2, go back and watch those and it'll give you more information. But I just want to say thank you so much because I have been doing this is now my 3rd year with BCC Evolution, and I really only paid myself maybe 3 of the 3 classes of the mental health first aid that I did over the past 3 years because I wanted all the funds to be able to go back to events and or to the community and or whatever volunteer program we're doing. So I did not want to pay myself because I know that it is much more valuable to be able to give back to the community. So for the past 3 years, I very rarely, there was really only like one big time that I actually paid myself because I taught, which was the most amazing. It's one of my like best stories, I feel like. I helped, there were 2 of us, Sierra and I. We trained the Compass Academy school in Castle Rock. So we trained all 78. I'm sorry if my camera's like all glitchy, weird right now. All 78 of their teachers, and that was last summer. So that was really awesome because all of our classes are virtual, which makes it super easy to be able to take the mental health first aid. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh my gosh, Kelly, I would absolutely love to be able to help you out, but I don't want to sit around and wait for these classes to come out. Like, I'll support you, whatever, but I really want some education right now. So we do offer mental health first aid currently right now. I'm an educator for the youth version. We have 2 classes that are currently booked, not booked, they are on the books. The first one is May 18th. 18th? That's not right. May 16th. That is a Sunday. So it's only a 4-hour class. You have a 2-hour pre-work. And if you are donating and that's the class that you want to take, all you got to do is reach out to me and I will get you into that class. That can be part of your donation. So if you're wanting training now, you don't want to sit around and wait for me to finish the rest of the curriculum, then you have the option to do the mental health first aid classes. And then there's one that's already scheduled for June also. So even if you don't want to take, if you want to take that, it's already up and available. So that's what I do. Education is key. And I am realizing that even in myself as people. So now that I've been doing these and I'm doing them daily, getting the conversation to come out a little bit more, I've had more and more people reach out to me personally and ask whether they can get some resources and or they can have a little chat. So thank you. I am here for you. And if I can support you in any way, I absolutely will do that. Or I can give you the numbers to the National Suicide Hotline. I can give you the numbers to the crisis team. Both of them are 24 hours. I am not 24 hours, but And I book up pretty quick, but I do have my NLP practitioner certification. And what that has done is help me just to even more refine my skills in being able to assist people. So I don't know if you know, but BCC Evolution changed their mission this year. And for me, it was probably one of the biggest challenges because I was like, I want my army of everyday people that can support those that are in need. But really, as I started going through these different exercises, I figured out so our mission is to empower people to break their silence about their mental health challenge so that it doesn't rule their life. And we do this through education, awareness, and bringing resources. The main reason is because when I was doing that market research, I constantly kept hearing, I'm so sick and tired of my mental health condition ruling my life. I'm so sick and tired of having anxiety all the time. I'm so sick and tired being labeled as bipolar or whatever the word is, right? And it's true. Like in this space, we don't even talk about people as people. We talk about them as their diagnosis. So that's part of the education in the curriculum too, is person first language. I'm sure you might have heard that somewhere along the way, but what does that mean? So person first language is I am a person before my diagnosis. Why I can't get the zzz on there today, but it's Saturday. Hey. So a person, I am a human, I am a person first before my diagnosis. So I wouldn't say I'm anxiety. I live with or I experience anxiety. Or you would say, oh, that person's OCD. No, that person lives with or experiences OCD. See the difference? Now you're a human. You're not your diagnosis. You are a person before anything else. And that's part of everything that I do now. It's not just the curriculum, but that will be part of the training is all about words. So how important words are and why it matters to change our verbiage. And then I do that in every single one of my speeches. So the other thing that you may or may not know, I'm going to give you all these fun facts about me through the next couple of days. I have been training to become a public speaker, and I've been training under Kenyon Salo. He is amazing. Thank you so much, Kenyon. And I just love the group. We meet every single Wednesday and really building out our keynotes, understanding the world of being a speaker. I don't do the ums, the ahs, the as much. I do have them every once in a while, but I'm very conscious now of how I'm speaking, whether it be the tone or the pace. And I watch speakers now and I'm like, who trained you? You need to go see Kenyon. Also, George Carroll, he has been my mentor now going on 3 years. And he was the initial one that was like, you should be a speaker. And I'm like, I don't want to speak in public. Like, who would want to actually? That was actually so. I have a communication major. I have a bachelor's in communication. However, public speaking was the one class that I hated. I could not do it. I was shaking. I could not speak at all. And so when he called that out, I was like, you want me to do what? Like speak in front of people? But I had already had multiple people ask me if I could come into their clinics or their facilities and speak about mental health. And I was like, huh, maybe you've got something here. Let's explore it. I don't know. I'm expanding my horizons. I'm opening and breaking through all these fears. And I don't know, maybe I could try. So he gets me up on stage at the greatest year of your life that next year. And I thought I was a bumbling idiot. I thought that the audience could tell that I was shaking out of my boots. And I don't even know what I said, to be honest. And I know somebody asked me because at that point I was talking about BCC evolution and I didn't even know what we did really at that point because I was maybe a year, or I think I was about a year in, and I had no clear definition as to anything we were doing. And he asked like where the donations went, and I was like, like, I mean, he probably, but I knew that we were doing all these volunteer programs and that's what we were trying to do. And so, really, that was all I could bring up. I was like, well, it's going to go to the community and it's going to go to all these volunteering events. And yeah, so I was like a deer in the headlights. And from then, so if you see me, and you could probably go back on my Facebook and look at my lives to see the difference. I do that every once in a while because it's pretty funny. The very first one I remember, I was shaking like this. And I'm like, I'm going to give these people vertigo or something while I'm sitting here trying to talk on this live on Facebook. So over the last year, again, there's like no point. There's no point to my madness. Over last year, I have been training to become a public speaker, and my goal is to be a paid public speaker, a public mental health speaker and educator. So I really want to take all the skills that I have gained and take my NLP. I'm getting my master prac this summer. So taking all of that knowledge and building it into my speech so that I can touch millions and millions of lives all at once and give them as much information as possible and start breaking down these damn walls and this stigma that is around mental health. I'm not going to say I don't get it because I do get it, but I just wish that we could just talk about your feelings, talk about what's going on during the day, and not feel like we're going to be judged. So, if you need any resources and if you need somebody that's really good at listening and not judging, I am always here. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you that support me. I absolutely am incredibly, incredibly blessed to be surrounded by so many amazing people. And I want to take this message across the world because mental health, there are no boundaries. It doesn't just live in one community. It doesn't just live with one gender. It spans everybody and anybody. And if you are a human and you have a body, you have mental health. It's part of our brain. You may not struggle nor live with a mental health condition, but at one point in your life, you're going to experience a mental challenge, a mental health challenge. And that could be in the form of trauma, that could be in the form of any type of loss. It could be a loss of a family member, it could be a loss of a pet, it could be a divorce, it could be as simple as when you're a child not wanting to wear specific clothes. That could be a trauma in the eyes of somebody. So I want you to know that every single one of us on this planet Earth have experienced a trauma and or will at one point in our life, and that is a mental health challenge. So don't say that you've never experienced, because probably you have at one point in time. You just maybe didn't think it was that significant. So brushed it off as, living life. But it could potentially open back up as you get older. So I just want to leave that with you. And again, I just appreciate you all. I get so long winded on these things. But again, we're on day 3. I'll be back for day 4. And I'll be day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. share this. If you're on YouTube watching this, subscribe, follow. I don't even know the verbiage. You could probably ask my 5-year-old better than I am, but this is important and it needs to happen. And again, I will give you our curriculum that I'm building called Breaking the Cycle of Trauma Master Education Program, free for whatever donation you donate. And it is a donation, so it is tax deductible. So thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow.